Gray hair too, but I look hot still.
So one thing. Okay, so I want to go on a topic real quick. Your surroundings become your career. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah, people you surround yourself.
No, not even that. Well, actually, yeah, a little bit of that.
It has a little bit.
So
of that.
what I mean really is states. So your surroundings, your environment. So here's the best example. Here's the best example. Okay, so I'm from Texas, and Adrian's. You're from Mexico, but you're from California. Which one would you say? Which one would you say you're from?
Well, I'm a Californian for sure because California is Mexico, bro.
Southern California. Southern California.
Mexico,
Southern California is like the United States version of Mexico.
We're only 2 hours away from Mexico.
It's a cleaner version of Mexico, I would say. Would you say that?
Yes.
Okay. So
more expensive Mexico.
So where I'm coming from is that your surroundings become your career. That's the topic. See, right here. So what I mean by this is I'm from Texas. Growing up in Texas, in Southeast Texas, we literally went to museums to do firefighting. We went to museums to do oil, like to become an oil guy.
What the fuck?
I swear to fucking God, I cannot make this
That's
shit
the
up.
main things out there, or what?
Yes.
That's a big...
No, do you realize that Texas is the number one exporter for oil in the entire United States of America?
No.
Yeah. Literally, Texas, that state of Texas, supplies the entire United States.
Get the fuck out of here.
I swear to God, look it up. Number one supplier for the entire United States is literally Texas. All the oil comes from Texas. Swear to God.
Is that why you guys don't get taxed or what? Because all the oil comes from you guys?
No, not at all. But see, the thing is that whenever I was a kid, we would go to the oil museums.
Like museums?
Swear to God, literally they have this huge showcasing of oil shit. Swear to God. It's literally filled with oil shit. Like, the people fucking, like, this person this How do you know that? How do I know this? If it's so, like, it's so weird, but Spindletop, Texas is where the big boom happened. The big boom made everybody just stupid amounts of money. Fucking retarded amounts of money. And literally as time has gone on, it was one of those things that you go through and you see that you like the commodity of oil went very, very skyrocket. Now you look at the price per barrel, it goes upon the price per barrel. Okay. So the price per barrel used to be like $125, which is great. That's fucking high. $125 for per barrel. That's huge. Now it's $45 per barrel.
Why?
Because the shortage of oil, like people, scammers, dude. There's so many different variables. The market, war.
So what is this by surrounding yourself?
So surrounding yourself. Okay, so sorry, I just got off topic. So
that's okay.
So you're surrounded by your entire life with knowing of these things. So let's say like this, like for me, I'm surrounded by becoming a firefighter. I'm surrounded by becoming an oil guy. I'm surrounded by becoming even a real estate guy, or even in the hospital, or
like in Texas they give you options pretty much. Like this is the
well, I mean, it's just around you. So here's the different example. So you have all those little trades, right? Okay. So here in California, what I've noticed is that whenever you're growing up, it's all about being a police officer, about a firefighter, about the army. The military is a big motherfucking deal. I'm just like, what the fuck? Being a real estate person, in automotive. Like, those are the 5 things that I've seen the majority of here in the state of California is being that. Or being a fucking actress or actor.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I was like, look, everybody comes to California, they want to be an actor or superstar, something fucking big. I mean, the LA, La La Land.
Yeah, everybody wants to, literally, like, people move from all over the world to come to California and just LA in general. But then you find out you're sorely mistaken what LA really is. LA is literally like smells the fucking worst. It smells like
terrible.
Bigfoot's dick.
You know what? And went through like where all the homeless and what is it called?
Skid Row.
Oh my god! For the first time to go to like this badass restaurant to take my girlfriend, and I'm like, dude, you feel, I feel like there's just like a tunnel vision where it's just like, what the fuck am I? Where am I?
Yeah. You don't even feel like you're in.
No, dude, and I totally forget where the fuck. Like, I feel like kind of my heart starts racing. Like, these fucking people, dude. Like, they live like this. Like, people have to go through this, and like, oh my god, you take everything for granted. And it's like, damn.
Well, no, it's not even taking everything for granted because this is one thing that your significant other is going to probably like hate my guts about because she told us so many times to do research on this and I never did because I don't know. There's no reason why. Yeah, the homelessness and just the addicts and everything. So overall, it's like, and this is really going off topic, but that would stroke up a deal for me is that there's so many people that act so helpless. In my mind, you're not helpless. Like, you're just so weak in your mind. But this is coming from a totally different personality too. So this is going to be a very sore topic for a lot of people because it's like, those people are sick. They just got this going on. They got this going on. And, it's a personal choice at the end of the day. It is an absolute personal choice to be in this predicament that you're in. You can't blame it on anybody but yourself. And that's the unfortunate part is that everybody turns to play victim. It's just like this. You play victim so much that, like for me, let's say whenever I got I got a ticket in Hemet, which by the way, I got it paid. So $600 fucking dollars later. So so basically it's like this. I was so upset that I got a ticket in Hemet. And I was like, man, fuck this cop, goddamn fuck this shit, blah 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 blah. But in reality, I'm the one that was at fault because I shouldn't have been doing what I did. I shouldn't be doing this.
The law.
Yeah, and I'm just and it's me taking my own shit and it's me being responsible and accountable.
I don't deserve this.
Yeah. But see, the thing is that let's say that I left or I was going slower or I left later or something like that. They wouldn't have been around. So it's all on me. It's all on what you do. So, but going back to, I'm sorry for getting off topic, you guys. But so you get what I'm saying though, yeah. Like you're surrounded by all this stuff, and then you only know that. Like if your family tells you go into the military, you only know the military.
Yeah.
If your parents are entrepreneurs, all you're gonna know is to create.
Yes.
If your parents, if you are in let's say construction, all you're gonna know is construction.
Yeah.
That's all you're gonna know.
And it's funny because like if people like that, I feel like bad because the people that love Trump and he's like, they don't know anything else because they're raised to like, hey, this guy was good, he's doing this. They don't know anything else. Yeah. They don't know anybody else.
Well, yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, that's just like that's just being so biased because you don't have your own belief. You don't have your own belief.
Any religion, like, oh, fuck this religion or fuck Jews or fuck Mormons. Like, dude, when somebody tells you and you're born, they tell you this, and that. That's all you fucking know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, seriously.
Unless somebody else teaches you something else, or you learn about something, or you're open-minded.
Exactly. You take it upon yourself.
Even if I was taught to be this person and be that person and that person, when somebody else told me to see differently or put themselves in this perspective in a different perception, like, I have to be open-minded or take the opinion from somebody else. When somebody tells me differently, if I'm doing what I do best and somebody tells me to do it differently, I'm not going to be like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's not the way it works.
Yeah.
You listen, you take what you want to hear, and that's it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't bash on anybody. They're just trying to help you out and to see how they're raised or, if somebody tells me like, hey, I'm raising my child and stuff, like, I've never raised a child myself. I would never tell somebody how to raise your child. Even though I know what's wrong and what's right and all that things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, hey. And,
I know a little bit too much about that one.
Yeah, so like, if you want to take my opinion, take it. If you don't
I don't
fucking
even get
bash on me.
that's something that I just don't get my opinion about at all.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
I don't at all. I stay away from that shit, but like it's the bubonic plague. Like I just don't. Like I will not. Like if I was to tell somebody about how to raise their kid, like dude, I saw that as my mom. Like when I was growing up, my mom, she would have people coming up to her. Oh gosh, you're like if we were. Well, my sister and I never really act up at all, but like. Let's say like
your kids are so good.
Actually, yeah, that was legitimately what it was all about. It was all complimentary, but there was nothing that was ever.
Didn't see the behind the scenes, man.
Oh no, my mom, she did something, and somebody called her out saying you shouldn't treat your kids like that. She's like, how about you shut the fuck up? And I'm like, God damn, like I'm like, oh shit. And this is whenever I was a kid. I was like probably like 7 years old. And maybe 6, and I was like, holy shit! Like, my mom, like, whenever I was younger, my mom would throw fucking down, like, for real quick, like, remember, I was, yeah, no, seriously, like, my mom, like, you have to remember, like, I grew up around all black people when I was a kid, like, literally all black people. Swear to God, I grew up around
the hood.
All my friends were black. It wasn't even really the hood, but it was like, where I lived, I had white friends, but then whenever I was at school, black friends, all black friends, and one of my neighbors was black, and his parents or his mom was really good friends with my mom. Before you know it, their parenting started they started getting real best friends, like BFFs, and then whenever I was over at his house, oh my gosh, so many times. His mom would fucking like just fucking tear me a new asshole, and I was like, I didn't even know what to say because I knew if I told my mom, she would support it. She's like, you shouldn't have been fucking doing nothing. Yeah. I'm like, I'm alone, Mom. And I'm like, Julius, come here, like hold me. I don't know what to do. And no, like his mom would fucking get on him. His mom was slapping behind the fucking head like that, and he was like, oh goddamn, Mom. And she's like, boy, if I hear you talking like that again, I'll smack you in the fucking next week. I'm like, oh goddamn, like I don't even know what to do about this one. But that's the whole thing about you become your surroundings become your career, and that's what a lot of there's a dude that I know of. He went from the east, or he was at a farm, and now he works with Grant Cardone in real estate. So Grant, he was having this whole thing that it was like an audition to work for him. And so this guy, he was at a farm, I think in like South Carolina, and he drove down to Florida and for this audition, and he made the cut as a sales guy for real estate. So he started making all this money and everything, and like to my knowledge, he's doing great right now. But his whole thing was that he was around. And it's the same thing with me actually, because he was around his farm, and his parents were farmers, and he was a ranch hand. Well, for me, I was around majority of the hospital fields, the medical fields. So yeah, so that's majority of what I was raised around and everything. Like I would always be at the hospital with my mom, and I was always be doing stuff just outside and getting hurt and stuff, and having to go to the ER. That my mom knows everybody at the hospital, stuff like that. So, but my mom wanted me to become a doctor, and I didn't want to become a doctor. I just knew that I wanted to create stuff. I wanted to become an entrepreneur, but literally I did not know this, but like becoming an entrepreneur, it's self-paced. But where my self-paced comes in is that whenever I was in high school, dude, I fucking, I
hustled.
No, dude, not even that. Like I definitely did. But I completed high school in 2 weeks.
The fuck?
Yeah.
What do you mean in 2 weeks?
Yeah, exactly. I had to go to an alternative school.
Like a private school? Or like
no, an alternative school. No, they kicked
me
out. They kicked me out because of truancy.
Like a continuous.
They kicked me out because of truancy.
Oh, you weren't there enough.
Yeah, because I was over in New York at that time. I was in New York for a month and a half.
What did you do in New York?
Modeling.
You fucking model, you. I wish I was a model.
So that's how that whole thing is. So your surroundings really do become your career in general. Because that's all you know. If that's all you're growing up, exactly.
Yes, and it's a big thing. Forgot what I was gonna say. But your surroundings create. Yes. So, like if I go home every day and I fucking bought all the books that help me and I just laid them out right here and I stare at them, there's no fucking way I'm gonna say I don't want to read this shit. Or like if I put myself in the backyard where like if I want to be an athlete, if I set myself and looked at the field, I want to do what I want to do. If I go home and I sit on my couch and I see the TV, what the fuck am I gonna do? Turn on the goddamn TV on. That's another thing with surrounding things. You surround yourself where you want to grow.
That is very true.
I never fucking thought about it. It's like every day I go home and the first thing I do is I sit down and relax because in my head that's what I want to do. I want to relax and not do shit.
It's hard for me to relax.
Exactly. You surround yourself, but you come home and you have this house where you pay for this house. You have your wife. It's just you and you. I have a home where I feel like it's just like where I live, and it's like no, I need to put myself where in an office where I see business ideas or things I need to do, or bills or shit that I need to get done before I can relax and I can grow on. Because if I don't do that, if you don't try,
you failed.
Chop the pin, man.
Yeah, literally. So I have a question for you. How does your phone affect you?
It's funny because if we're talking about like when I'm drinking or smoking, I'm bored. My head is clear.
So
it's relaxed. All I want to do is Instagram, scroll around, meme it, laugh it off, and do fun stuff.
So how would you do 1 week without your phone? Actually, no, not 1 week. 1 weekend without your phone.
I'd be fine.
Without your phone?
Fine.
Okay, what about 1 week?
I'd be fine.
That's questionable.
Because I need it for like business wise and calls.
No, it's like let's say that.
But social media, if I shut down my social media, I'll be fine. I'd be totally fine. I can't say for most other people. There's no fucking way other people can do this. I feel like I can.
So you can disconnect yourself from the world completely and have absolutely no issues with it.
Guarantee. I feel like one friend of mine, she did this. She for Lent, religious way in Catholic, we give up Lent for 40 days.
I'll give all the Lent up for 40 days. give me a screen real quick. I give you all my Lent.
So she did that. She said no Facebook, no Snapchat, no Instagram. And she said it was fucking the hardest thing ever. It's boring. It's like you're out of the circle.
You know what it gives you, right? There's a certain chemical that you're. I think it's dopamine.
Like, dopamine. It's like cocaine.
Yeah, it's like your whenever you see the content, it's just like you get all big bug-eyed and addicted to the shit.
Yeah, you do.
Actually, literally, like you said, it's like cocaine. See, for me,
it really is.
So have you gone without? When was the last time you went without your phone for a good amount of time?
Like on weekends, I try not to. But I feel
I've been noticing myself.
I feel like I'm out of the loop because there's things that people are telling me, or they phrase it, or like Drake. Like, do you know what that is?
Drake?
Yeah, that's that saying. Drake? No, you don't. It's a meme. It's just Soulja Boy is talking about that Drake said that he was all blah blah, and Soulja Boy is like, nah, I made fucking Drake, and he's like, don't be talking about this Drake. You feel out of the loop when people like things going on in the world, news things where I'm like, yeah, but it's all because people want to be connected and shit. It's like, but who needs that shit? It's not making you grow.
Well, see, I think about it completely differently though. Like with that, it's like
that. But I'm saying my wise is just social media to me, the phone, because I don't even use it as much to grow or to read, and I don't even use my Audible as much more. I need to get back on my Audible.
I fucking listen to my Audible every fucking day. Every day.
My drive isn't that long.
I got like 6 credits. 6 credits for free books. Yeah. I got like literally, I don't even know where the fuck it came from. I just fucking like I look into my account and it says you have an alert in your Audible account. I'm like, what the fuck? Click. And it goes, yeah, you have six credits.
credits.
Make sure you use all these because we're trying to credit you more books. And I'm like, oh my
So
God.
Get on that shit, boy.
No, seriously, though. Like, so
but
for me,
you have more time to the drive and stuff.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I used to have that drive or driving over here. Now I don't. My drive is 20 minutes, and it's usually.
How long did it take you to get here today?
Today?
Yeah.
Was there 1 hour?
Was there too much traffic or
No, I went to the bank to pay the house, and then I went like an alternate route to get to 215 instead of getting on the 15 straight over here.
Oh, okay.
So it took me the exact same time, but usually like my drive in the morning, I like to do two things. I need music to motivate me to get to the kids, because hey, your energy goes to the kids.
Exactly, for sure. I can't even imagine.
And
that. Like,
people look up to me for my energy. They feed off my energy.
Right.
Like I have a very, very high energy every day, and like my kids are like, they get excited, they get pumped up. Maybe my teachers, my coworkers,
it's like,
they look at them like, how the fuck do you have so much energy? I'm like,
dude, it's like those. It's
a drug.
It's
a drug.
No, it's like the teachers that are like, and we go here and we go there.
And shit. Like, I hate
it's
that
just
shit.
terrible, fucking terrible. Like,
Have
have some enthusiasm in what you're saying and what you're
enthusiastic.
doing, and like, just make like you want to be there. If you're gonna be there, make like you want to be there. It's just don't waste your time. But see, like for me, the phone. Okay, so what I noticed is that
for the phone, I don't need it.
So you don't need it.
I don't.
So for me, whenever I was, I think 21 or 22, my co-screenwriter and I, he says, "Hey, are you doing anything this weekend?" I think it was a weekend, and I said, "No." He says, "Okay, you're coming with me," and I was like, "Where are we going?" And he says, "To Crestone, Colorado." I was like, "Are we gonna take a plane? Or are we gonna drive, or what?" And he says, "We're gonna drive." And I'm like, "Oh my God, okay." So it was a really good friend of mine, and so we ended up driving up to Crestone, Colorado, and that's the first time I was ever introduced to Crestone, Colorado, which was a big deal for me. I love Crestone, Colorado, and I just fucking love
Crestone.
Crestone.
Is that next to Denver or something?
No, Crestone, Colorado is about, I think, like 4 hours away from Denver, south, and it's right over. It's like 45 minutes north from Alamosa. And it's just
to me.
Yeah, it's just Alamosa is a small Colorado town, literally very small Colorado town, just over the border of Colorado. And
so you went to this place.
So I went to this place, and
with your buddy.
I didn't
How
have.
long was the drive?
12 hours.
Okay. From Texas.
Something like that. Yeah, 12 hours, and so. I didn't. This is back whenever Verizon didn't have very good cell reception up there, which now they do.
Okay.
Like you have like full bar up there now, and so it was this place that I was not aware that it was a spiritual getaway.
Oh,
I had no idea at all.
No electronics at all.
No electronics. It was just you grounding
Nature.
yourself with the universe,
shit.
with Earth, with everything as a whole. It's a way for you to reboot yourself.
Yeah.
It's a way for
Reset.
you to exactly re-energize yourself. They have these stupas there. Do you know what that is by chance? So they have these stupas that are it's
Sounds
basically
stupid.
like a structure and a little structure building, and
Made out of wood or something?
One of these, no, it's made out of like clay or something or stucco.
Oh,
So
shit.
yeah, so you walk around, and you go up all the way to the top, and you're able to see like really just really well. It's only about like 20 feet high or something, not very high. But then there's another place that is a vibrations healing place, and this vibrations healing place is literally on the it's on the side of the mountain, or it's up beside the mountain. So every step that you take, you feel heavier because you're climbing, but also it's just fucking gnarly. Like it makes you have a headache almost. So this entire time, the first time I went, I did not have my phone, and I was freaking the fuck out. I was freaking out. Like, I couldn't talk to anybody. Nobody knew where I was. I didn't know what the fuck, to do.
People thought you were dead.
Maybe. I have no idea. And I was just like, man, this is so gnarly. Like, I don't know what the hell's going to happen here. So, it was one of those things for me that was the one time, and I thank him so much, because that was the one time that I was able to really separate forcefully myself from the phone in order to enjoy my surroundings and really get myself centered. Which the first time it didn't work. My first time it was terrible. My first time
you panicked and shit.
Oh, dude, my first time I was so uneducated about it all. The second time that I went, though, was the bee's knees. That was the shit. Because the second time that I went, I thoroughly enjoyed my experience. Gotcha. And the third time that I went, it was even better than the second time. Just every time that I went, it got better and better and better. Yeah. So we went to, that time, like any time that I ever gone to Crestone, I never have my phone really on me. Like, it's around me just in case a phone call comes in and I need it, like, for an emergency. But am I making any phone calls? Am I texting anybody? No. Am I finding out, like, destinations? That's the only reason why I'm using it. But other than that, I'm not using it for anything else.
So we need that. People need this.
I think honestly, like, okay, so I'm very spiritually rich. I'm extremely spiritually rich. Yeah. So, like, for me, personally, it's one of those things that you have to, in my eyes, I feel like it's a necessity for everybody to be able to center yourself with the universe. The universe has a lot of answers that you have no idea that is even out there. It sounds hocus pocus. It sounds fucking crazy as hell, but it's really that way.
Yeah, but people don't question it. People don't look for those answers.
But see, it's the thing, is that people think that they have to look for the answers, but you don't have to look for the answers at all.
This is true.
You don't have to look for the answers. The answers will be channeled to you. So it's like this, and it sounds very hocus pocus, but it's not. So it's like this. Let's say you go out to the middle of nowhere. Let's take the desert, for example. Okay. You go out to the desert and you do nothing. You absolutely fucking do nothing. And you're just sitting there, just looking at the stars. The stars, by the way, in the desert are the most beautiful. So fucking beautiful. So clear. God damn, so clear. I want to see that shit. I want to see some northern lights and shit. It's, but it's so fucking clear. It blew my fucking mind. So, because there's not so much light pollution. So, I'm out there, and, like, let's say you go out to the desert. That's my example. Then you just look up at the stars, and you start thinking about stuff. Before you know it, you start thinking about things that start answering your own questions.
Seriously.
It's so crazy. So and that's...
Why was I born? Why was I in this universe? What am I supposed to do?
That's channeling. Like, oh my God, look at there. Oh my God, that's... No, but like, but not even just like pointing out, but it just like comes into your mentality and it's like, holy shit. This is the nuttiest thing fucking ever. Just being able to channel your ideas in general.
And it's funny because like whenever I take a drive out with my girlfriend, it's a long drive. I'm sorry, baby, I'm telling you, but it gets me mad that I'm driving and I'm seeing nature or like fucking seeing like rainbows and shit, the rain, and these fucking clouds and these fucking trees and how the fuck everything's created and why the fuck these things are here. You never appreciate this shit. Mm-mm. People don't appreciate this shit.
No. Because I think it's taken for granted.
It's taken for granted, everything, dude. And it's like, we should enjoy every second of our life, every view we can see. Mm-hmm. All these fucking... I go outside, I'm like, fuck, the moon is beautiful. The moon is beautiful. These fucking stars. I mean, and I just stare out for like 2 minutes and start just... I'm like, oh, fuck, a shooting star.
I've seen more shooting stars here in California than I ever have in my life.
Right?
It's the craziest shit ever.
Remember that one time it was in your old house and we were just staring and you just fucking see this huge shooting star? And I'm like, oh, you're like, this is the fucking like first shooting star. I forgot who it was. It's like my first shooting star I've ever seen. I'm like, what the fuck? Where the fuck you at? Oh, yeah. Your fucking phone. We don't fucking appreciate things.
Well, see, in Texas, you don't see it.
What the fuck do you mean you don't see it? There's no fucking stars in Texas or what?
No, there are, but you just don't see it because, especially in Dallas, like, it's so light polluted. Like, the lights in Texas...
Light polluted?
Yeah.
Like, it's not...
Like, there's so much light. Okay,
oh, so you know how I thought you meant it was like, it's little polluted. You mean the light is polluted, like, so much light city-wise.
Yeah, like the lights out here on the streets, right? They're this amber color.
Yeah, that fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah, I fucking hate it too.
But you like it because that's what keeps the light pollution down. So if you did not have those, and if you had the ones that I'm used to, then you wouldn't. It would literally light up the fucking sky.
When you were living in Palm Desert, the fucking sky was beautiful.
Yeah,
because it's fucking deserted.
Yeah,
there's no lights.
Yeah.
It's all fucking windmills and bullshit. Fucking middle goddamn nowhere.
Seriously,
Jesus
that's not even a joke.
Man.
Not even
bunch
a joke.
of old people, fucking old sacks and shit. But anyways, the sky was fucking amazing. The view was amazing. But I take all that for granted also. So every drive I appreciate it. Like these last few days it's been snowing like crazy in the mountains, and the fucking mountains are beautiful. It's so crazy how.
Oh, dude! Like in the mornings.
Yeah.
Now? Like
dude,
they're all
so
snow-capped.
Fucking dope.
So beautiful.
And I want to go, but I'm scared.
What? Because it happened last time.
We're
going to the bunny slope.
No, fuck the bunny slope. There's too many bunnies in there, man. There's too many fucking little kids and shit. I'm gonna fucking take their asses out. No offense, kids.
That's funny. No, seriously, that's not even a fucking joke.
Yeah, so like, no. Even when we went to the big one, like, I was scared of fucking running into people. No, I wish we could just rent out the whole goddamn place and just try it out. But,
well, there's not too many people that go on the bunny slopes.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, last time we went was fucking packed.
Well, that was not on the place, and there wasn't much snow.
Yeah, that's true. But
now there's blankets.
But yes, I appreciate nature so much more, man. And there's like, I turn off my phone, just put some music, and just see nature, stars and shit. I wish I was high though. God, I wish I was high.
Yeah, I'm gonna smoke after this one.
Fuck you.
You want to make an exception,
but stay strong, man. I'm gonna stay strong. It's just like, hey.
No, seriously.
1 year ain't gonna be. It's not bad.
That's so long for me.
A week is too long for you, bro.
A day is too long for me.
For real. It's like, I noticed how much I smoked. I was like, I smoked at least a bowl or two a day. It's like, but then again, I'd be like, if I wasn't working, I'd be like, after work, it'd be 1. Before I eat, 2.
See, I work out.
Before I go to sleep, 3. And it's like, God. And it's like, I told my mom, I think, how much I spend a week on weed. And I was like,
how much did you spend a week on weed?
I'm going to say, like, but see, like, it went lower and lower. It probably spent like $100 a week.
Average. Average.
Are you saying I spent $100 a week average?
No, I'm asking.
I want to say $30 a week.
That's not bad at all.
Oh, it's nothing.
3, 6, 9, 12. So $120 a month.
But this way I'm thinking, like, I used to smoke in groups, socialized. I used to, hey, I smoke because everybody around me smokes. All my friends, everybody and their mom smokes weed. Even my mom smokes. My mom into smoking. Because she needed it. She was taking meds like crazy. So, hey, mom's going to smoke weed.
Yeah, for real.
And it's like, hey, why not? But now it's just a norm. It's like alcohol now. Weed is so... Like, dude, I watched 2 movies this weekend. You know how many times I saw weed in this movie? There's in Cold Pursuit, in this Liam Neeson movie, his wife. She was making dinner. She had a little fucking joint. Smoking her joint, fucking cooking dinner and shit before dinner. I'm like, dude, weed is normal now. It's like nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely normal.
Yeah, no, seriously.
And this movie was What Men Want. This fucking lady were in this little bachelor party. They had this fucking whole big old dick with balls and fucking pie they're smoking in it. This lady, the psychic, was like... So they're like, oh, did you come here? What kind of weed do you want? I have some Gorilla Glue, blah, blah. Like, no, we came to be psychic. Oh, you should have fucking told me that. I was like, I thought you came from my weed and shit. It's like, it's just a norm now. It's just like, it's so funny how it's, I was like, man, but I gave up weed.
That's funny.
Now, all of a sudden.
So I think the biggest things to take away from today, from today's episodes is pay attention to your surroundings because they could definitely become your career. Don't have your phone around you so damn much because it'll make you lose.
Limit yourself. Even like, seriously, limit yourself. I think that you can do it on your phone now, right? What? Like social media wise, like Instagram only fucking 30 minutes a day or something.
Well, especially if you have a business and everything, and it's on there, and if you're making money through that, then hey, I'm a huge deal. Everybody understands I'm huge for making money, and if you do that on Instagram, because there's a lot of people that do that,
that's different.
Then that's completely different. But if we're talking about if you're wasting time,
because I'm wasting my time on
Yeah.
Instagram. I'm
Yeah.
literally looking
Like,
for
it's
shit
like-
to
it's
make
like
my
something-
friends laugh.
It's like something. Yeah.
That's
It's
literally
like-
all
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
fucking doing.
It's like something that you go like for me. It's like the old version of reading or looking through a magazine while taking a shit. You're looking at your phone while taking a shit just to pass the time.
That's exactly what it is.
Right.
However, like pass your time.
So
DMV, pass the time.
Fuck yeah.
People would be driving like I'm driving. Let me fucking go. I'm
Yeah.
like, come on, people.
Unless you drive a Tesla, which even that is kind of fucking
and that's
sketch.
just faulty, bro.
Yeah,
that's
that really
that's
is.
just faulty as fuck.
But don't have your phone on you. Like, have a break from your phone so you can enjoy what's beautiful in this world. Let's see here.
we miss a
What you
lot of
had-
things we don't see.
What did you have? Because I have your surroundings.
When you
become your
appeal
career.
to programming your brain.
Oh, yeah, program your brain.
The-
become what you think about. That's
Yes.
actually the most simplest way to say that one.
I like this today. Today was programming, man. Program your brain, what you want to do, when you want to fulfill, and what to succeed in. Another thing, like you're saying, like your surround wise, I was thinking about like how you grew up with like a lot of black people. I had a lot of diversity of people I met. We didn't have. I mean, luckily I grew up with a lot of Mexicans like me, where we were born here. Your first language was Spanish, so I had a lot of people that were similar to me. So it was easy for me to, get along, I guess, and live life easier now. But I had a lot of white friends. I had a few black friends, but I mean, there was like 10 people in my high school.
Yeah, but see, with your surroundings, it's also some of the 5 people that you have around in your life at all times.
All Mexicans, by the way, and one white person.
Hey. Multicultural. No, I'm guessing.
Yeah, health wise too.
To keep yourself nutritioned
Yes.
up and everything, not eat junk food like I do.
They're
But I'm
good.
an ectomorph. I'm an ectomorph, and I've got hypoglycemia, so I need sugar.
need this shit.
I have to have sugar, or else I will fucking crash.
A good health is the best wealth.
Yeah, and your body is your temple.
Your body is your temple.
That's
And
not really
I
fucking
hate when
joke.
I say that too, because like the shit I put in my body, and I think I'm like, fuck, I regret this every time.
So, to take away from this episode, your surroundings become your career. Be careful who you surround yourself with. Your phone, drop your phone sometimes to be able to enjoy what's surrounding you, your environment. What about yourself? Main points.
Me?
Main points.
Program yourself. Program your brain to what you want to do and what you want to succeed. Appreciate life. We don't appreciate life, man. Come on. And we love people that don't love you.
Yeah, those are called haters. Which, if you play your cards right, your haters will become your supporters, because there's a 3-step program here. There's literally they hate you, then they kind of side with you, and then they fucking love you. Those
Because
are
they
those
want
are
to
the-
be like you.
Yes, those are the 3 deals on that one. So
That's what
you'll
they
see
hate
that so transpire throughout your life. You will. I've had it happen to me plenty of times, and I'm coming from experience. So with that being said, this is episode 8, Damian Gerry Universe. Do you by chance know what you want to call this episode, just on camera, or you want to maybe finagle with that one?
Finagle.
Okay. This has been episode 8 with Damian Gerry Universe and yours truly,
Adrian,
yes sir.
We
We will
love you.
see you on the next episode.
peace out.